We'll work together to achieve what we need to get in terms of change to deliver a stable, sustainable government in Northern Ireland.
I will always talk to every single member of Northern Ireland political parties, but the time for negotiation on the Windsor Framework is over.
We're in the implementation phase of the deal, so the DUP need to stop their boycott.
Politically, Northern Ireland is no further forward, and as politicians argue over legal text and interpretation, business must find a way forward. Glyn Roberts of Retail NI thinks the business voice needs to be louder.
There's a lot of politics in this as well, and sometimes that makes it difficult for the business voice to be heard because, you know, we're not involved in politics. We have to look at this from a trade, from a business, from an economic perspective. So we've got to be very careful we don't stray into politics. But what we would say is that this deal has the potential to give us stability, certainty, move us on.
While retail are ready to talk, manufacturing are at a loss. Ashley Pickett is a manufacturer that has no final destination for his products, so his components, mostly coming from the UK and supporting jobs there, will be declined in what is known as the Green Lanes.
Well, we bring, for example, engines in from Peterborough, alternators in from Oakham and Rutland, and I think we're actually the biggest customer that the alternator manufacturer in Oakham has. Those come in, we have no knowledge of where they're going to go whenever we receive those goods. So therefore, in EU terms, they're classified as being at risk. We export today to approximately 90 countries, and the raw material is only, where it's going is only known whenever it's been assembled in our plant and shipped.
Peter Somerton is one of the men that has to operate this agreement, and his reading of it is at odds with the government's version.
So as the days move on, we're getting more clarity from the government on the actual border controls that will be at Belfast, Warrenpoint and Larne. And what we're actually seeing is that there will be a full sea border for business-to-business goods coming from GB to Northern Ireland, with an almost express lane for retail goods, which are going point to point to a final sale point to a consumer in Northern Ireland. This very much is a harder border than we had anticipated. It's a harder border than we had under the protocol as it was implemented last year. So I'm not really sure what anybody thinks we've gained.
Dougie Beattie, GB News, Belfast.